state the obvious. I think we missed Kasparas for a couple of games. It was very nice to see him back. Really a young man who's done nothing and in quite some time. Went through shoot around today. But what a first half by him. I thought Ben set the tone for the game, diving on the floor for a loose ball. The very first play, and really challenged this team because we were so out of character in our last game, and we responded. So I'm excited about that. I thought Kylan was very, very effective. Getting downhill, I thought he dominated at both ends of the court in the second half, especially with his rebounding. Tommy double-double was nice to see, and I thought we did a really good job of playing a lot through him tonight. And bench did a great job. We got good looks. We got out in transition. It's one area we felt like we could hurt them. But and then I thought our attention to the scouting report was very good tonight. So hard place to come in and win. We played well and did it against teams got the same record as we do. So on to the next.
Brad, I know you stepped away from just the status, the green light for KJ. Once you knew that was there, is there anything he said to you, any look that you saw in his eyes that told you he was going to just come out the way he did?
No, he's just different. I don't know how to describe him. He's one of the smartest people I know. He's very competitive, beyond his years, you know, in terms of that. But you know, shot a few balls in shoot around and today and went through his pregame stuff, and I'm good. So yeah, very unique to be able to go do that, and you know. And I obviously got off to a great start. I mean, it's hard to score 19 points in a ball game, let alone do it in a half.
Brad, you guys had 17 second chance points in the first half. And that's kind of your MO, is to attack the offensive glass. What was different tonight?
Great question for them. I'm still trying to figure that out. I've just said it was a one-off. We were off. Energy, emotion, attention to detail, all of that was so off in our last ball game. You know, it's just us trying to be who we were and get back to, you know, winning 50-50 balls and you know, you don't have to get every rebound, but you have to go and create opportunities. And you know, I don't want guys to not shoot threes, but when they shoot them, I want to go rebound, and we didn't do that. And so it just really kind of got back into character.
Was rebounding an emphasis? Was that something, I'm guessing?
Rebound's always an emphasis.
More so after set.
Rebound's always an emphasis. I'm going to write rebounding on the board 100 times before every game. I'm going to talk about it every single day. I'm going to do 10 rebounding drills every single day. And it's just goes hand in hand with winning, in my opinion. And we've been pretty good throughout my career at rebounding the basketball. And yeah, so rebounding is a big focal point for us.
What happened at the end of the game?
Just it's an intense game and just a emotional situation that the officials did a great job of handling.
Talk about the USC game, like the gut before. What was your gut saying about before this game? Did you kind of know that your team was going to come out great with that kind of energy?
I was curious. You know, I mean, this is a hard place to play. And you know, you got a team that was coming off not one of their better performances at Carver Hawkeye, and had won, I don't know, 5 in a row, I think, prior to that, if I'm not mistaken. So I was excited to see it. I didn't know, you know, there's a little apprehension. You don't know if you're going to have KJ or not, and you know, you always feel good when, you know, your best player and the guy that's the quarterback of your team is back. But you know, I still didn't know, you know, a little apprehension as to how he would perform because he'd missed a couple.
I mean, the way he started the game, did you sense maybe a sense of comfort in everybody else that, okay, he's back? So
I think there's a lot of that from everybody. I think that, you know, they realize what he is and who he is.
What was he like around the team when he wasn't able to play? We saw him during games standing up as active as he could be. Like, what did you notice from him?
That's him. He is an unbelievable teammate. He cares. He's still a student. He was studying the opponents, you know, up one side and down the other, like he always does, whether he played or didn't. And I think a lot of those, you know, he might have gotten in with the mindset that he was going to play, and just couldn't. And you know, we're going to err on the side of safety with that, and concern. So it was. It's who he is, and he's unique. He is very unique.
I think you've had 8 different guys score 20 in a game this season. Is it rare to have that many guys that can beat you?
I didn't know that. I like hearing that. I think we set out in the recruiting process to find guys who can do that and have the ability to make shots and stress a defense. But yeah, I mean that's a pretty nice stat to have.
Brad, what was the best thing you liked about your team tonight?
Connectivity, fight, and grit. And if you didn't see our last game, you'll know why all those things were really important. And we've had no stinkers all year. We've lost games because of the schedule we've played and how hard it's been. And you know, 10 new guys and the youngest team in Power 5 or whatever we call ourselves now, I don't even know, A4 or whatever. We're young, so there was going to be some growing pains, but the fight in this team was pretty good after a stinker the other night.
Defensively, I've heard you say contested twos. It seemed you really did a good job tonight taking away the 3 and forcing them into 2s, which helped you build the lead. Is that correct?
Yeah, we took the 3s away from the guys we wanted to take the 3s away from. And, you know, McKenzie, Miles, and Luke were the guys that we wanted to take 3-point attempts away from. And, you know, there's guys who are high volume shooters that are makers. I thought we did a nice job. I think Luke had one late, and it was a step, you know, kind of a shot fake step back, or, you know, side step 3, and the other guys didn't make one. And so we knew we were going to give up some 3s to the other guys because we were going to let them shoot them. So it's just something that shows we were dialed into scouting report.
You held them to 0 last year, and it was 0 for 12 to start this year until the last two threes.
Didn't know that, but yeah, it's 2 different years, 2 different teams. But you know, I thought we handled the scouting report assignment pretty well tonight.
Did you get to the point in the second half where it was maybe that put your foot through the floorboard performance? I mean, after a slower start.
We fouled so much we couldn't, you know, and missed a couple of layups. But you know, for us, that's part of the game, and it's just understanding that for us, it's the process. We're very process driven, and it's just keeping with that, not trying to change. And I thought Boswell was huge in those moments. He got defensive rebounds. He came up with a steal. We got a layup. You know, and then all of a sudden it's 16 or 18, and next thing you know it's 24, and you know, it was just the process. I thought we got some good shots in there. We just didn't make them.
Did you guys come into tonight wanting to get Tommy going, and especially in pick and pop like we saw early with him?
We wanted to get Tommy the ball. We wanted to play through Tommy. We didn't in the last game. Not near enough. Tommy's a fantastic passer. He can really stress a defense with his passing. You know, he can really do it with his shooting. You know, and then when you've got Casper's back in the lineup, that just gives you a pretty another lethal weapon downhill with Boswell and with Trey. You know, so you got to kind of pick your poison there. But we, no doubt, we wanted to play through Tommy much more.
Tommy seemed to take exception a little bit with that play by Luke for whatever reason that led to all the commotion. Did you see anything there?
I haven't seen the film. I knew, you know, I mean, I think you went down and tried to block him out. Probably, you know, hard. I don't know. You know, I know. If I had to go to the Pizza Hut parking lot, it's probably not going to be against Tommy. You know, he's got some of that in him. So glad he's on my team.
Did Luke
he like the unofficial peacemaker during the review? I mean, you guys shared a little moment.
Luke's just one of us. You know, he's been with us for a long time. He's got a degree from our university. He helped us win 2 championships. I'm always going to be thankful for everything that he did. I know he's a fiery competitor, and you know, he said all the right things, and I'm always going to dap him up and appreciate him and love him for who he is and what he did for our program.
I know you said you were curious about, your gut was curious about this. Like, what'd you learn about your guys to flush a stinker as quickly as they did?
It's a really positive thing to do, and you know, you can't, you know, I say it all the time, you do 2 things with losing. You know, you accept it or you learn from it, and you know, I think it helped us. You know, it'll always help you. As much as I despise losing, and doing it without KJ, it helped us in some other ways. And you know, the thing that just stuck with me, and I've had a miserable weekend since that game, was just the way we played. That wasn't us. So we got back to that. And win or lose here today, it was more about how we went about the process of doing things, and that was the positive things to see.
Was that like a classic Brad, get back to playing a couple days, or did you have someone else maybe take the reins in the last few
No, you know what, we're 5 games in 12 days or whatever we are. So it's not just, you know, it wasn't one of those times. It was talk. They knew. This team knew. When we went to film after the USC game, they all, you know, hands up. We weren't right. We didn't do it right, and so they knew. But yeah, we had 2 pretty productive days of practice, and they knew the challenge in front of them.
We're seeing more and more college basketball games go without the post-game handshake line. Do you have a take on that? Do you like it? Do you think it's smart?
This will be our last one.
You know, I don't know if I've thought about it. I am very, very much a traditionalist, and I think the art of competing is accepting the fact that sometimes the other team has more points than you do. But there'll be some that'll both sides of it. I don't know. I haven't thought about that much. I got way bigger things to spend time thinking about than that right now. But you know, tonight it sufficed the way it had to be, and shook Mike's hand and wished him well, and you know, till we meet again.